Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your Drive Home Podcast. I'm your Drive Home Podcast host, Ryan. Here with another one. Man, oh man. Ooh, I had to turn that down. Man, oh man, do I have a show for you guys. It's been a while since I've done solo. So much is happening in the world, so this is really going to be trumping all my other episodes, no pun intended. So much is happening in the world since my last few episodes that they're just going to have to be on hold for a while because it's chaotic out there right now. And I feel like I almost had to do like an emergency podcast, and the days keep going by and crazier things keep happening. And I'm like, I at this point, like, all of my content is trash compared to what's going on in the world, because what's the point? Honestly, what's the point? Seriously, like, all my whatever interviews with people that I have recorded and haven't posted yet, no one, you know what? I think what it is we're getting to the point right now where we are slowly getting away from it. We're slowly getting sick of it. Like, okay, like, y'all know what I'm talking about. The late great Richard Simmons has passed away. So I just had to say that. I don't want any more time to go by before I announce that. You know that this has been a long running segment on my show, Celebrity Deaths. Rest in peace to Richard Simmons. So we all know this, right? Just had to address the elephant in the room. I'm kidding, of course. Of course, I'm talking about President Trump. What happened? The shooting. This is one awesome picture. It's a couple weeks ago now. I was playing a show when I found out about this. And this was the image that I saw. I opened my phone right before I played this gig. All these things are always happening right before I play a gig. I'm like right about to play a gig. I open my phone and I'm like, whoa, Trump just got shot? What? That was crazy. And then I just had to play a whole show. We played for over an hour. A little over an hour. Man, that was insane. Talk about a rough gig. Now, I feel like a lot of the people there didn't know yet. And if they did know, they were probably mostly like good or whatever. Or, you know, we know what everyone's been saying. I don't need to repeat it on here. It's really like beating a dead horse by now. By the time I even get this out and post it, it's going to be so just tired, you know? I was trying to get the video posted. You guys have seen the video, so I didn't need to post. I just posted the picture, whatever. That's good enough for me. You guys have all seen the video. Right when he turned his head, you guys have all seen it. They did like a digital enhancement video of him turning his head at the exact moment the bullet was going by. Pretty incredible. Of course, by now a lot of conspiracy theories have come out. It's all happening so fast. Just because social media is so fast, man. Like when Reagan, I wasn't around. That was 81. When Reagan got shot, I mean, it wasn't like you heard it, you're like, oh wow, and then you probably heard it from your colleagues throughout the day a little bit, and maybe you guys talked about it a lot, but you didn't see it outside of a newspaper. You didn't really see it anywhere. You weren't looking at anything other than your workplace or doing your job. You're just going back to your job. But nowadays, that's all you do is you look at your phone, and every few seconds, and you're like, oh my God, like the world's falling apart. It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, so much has come out since then, man. I really didn't want to talk about that too much. It's all, I got a couple videos I did get that I've just found on Instagram or whatever. I'm having issues with YouTube. I know I had this issue a couple episodes ago. They fixed it, and then literally I think it might have been this outage that we just had, this like Microsoft they're calling it a Microsoft outage, but apparently it isn't. It's something else that's allowing servers to access. I don't know. I know nothing about that kind of thing. So don't ask me. I don't know. All I know is the day that we lost all these different, they're calling it a Y2K-esque thing that happened. I was getting to work and my card wouldn't swipe to let me in the parking lot. That went out. And someone had to come over and reboot the system. So pretty much, and you know Tim, he's in IT. He was texting me actually that day and was like, dude, you guys have any issues? Like he said he was on it all day where he works. I know nothing about that kind of stuff. Nothing at all. Excuse me. So like I said, I had COVID. I still got this cough going on. It's terrible. A month later, I got a cough. I feel fine. It's just I have this cough. It's a wet cough too. It's not like a dry cough. Sometimes it's dry. But yeah, it's concerning. I did have a couple videos I got, but YouTube, this thing, back to this, YouTube, there was a whole forum that I looked up and everyone had the same issue. And they fixed it, and for a very brief moment they fixed it, and then it's messed. Like 4 days ago, someone posted it wasn't working. I don't know if it was from the outage or what. Anyways, rabbit trail. Here's the videos I did find. Here's something I just saw. Someone, different vantage point. It's like that movie Vantage Point that came out back in like the early 2000s. It was about like the president getting shot, just like this. Well, here's this.
My guys, take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow, right? So that's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people.
The things he's talking about, too, right now.
You know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Down. Stay down. Stay down. Get down, get down, get down. Hey, get down. Get down. Get down, guys. Holy shit.
Yeah, so this guy was like looking in the camera right when it happened. He turned the camera. Very unfortunate.
Down. Someone shot.
At first, like, I was like, how's everyone just standing around, not doing anything? But I guess, like, it's kind of like the thing that happened in Vegas.
Get in. Get down. You're fine. Get the fuck down. Get down. Stay down. You hear it again, you go in the fucking opposite direction. You hear me? Stay down. Again, go in the opposite.
It's crazy. And I love how...
Somebody got shot over here!
Oh, man. It's brutal, man.
Stay down. Get down.
Crazy. Imagine, like, you knowing that someone just got shot right next to you, and they're all cheering. Crazy, man. I didn't watch this whole thing.
Move! Get out! Get back! Get back!
They're trying to get it on video, but
Don't go this way. They get shot. Go that way.
Get down. No going that way.
Get over here. Get us out of here.
There is no place to open down there.
There's nowhere else for us to go.
Get down. The army.
No, they told us to go.
so yeah, I mean that's insane. I didn't watch that whole video before. That's absolutely insane. I can't believe that. Like, and just like, I guess like that's what you want to do. You want to kind of just lay low. I watched that documentary of that shooting that happened at that country concert in Vegas. Everyone just was like, lay low, lay low. But man, and these days, like there's a bunch of footage. Everyone was taking video, but there's only so many good videos. You would think these days, like everyone would have a video of that. But back in the day, you would just have one or two videos, or cameras going, if you're lucky. But man, that's insane. Just insane. Couldn't imagine going. I wouldn't have been able to do it. So I don't know. I became pretty obsessed with this whole thing, and I watched like all of the RNC, that whole Republican National Convention that happened. Like, not all of it, but like it was all on YouTube, so I was like scrubbing through a lot of it, watching parts of it. The last day of it, I watched a lot of it. And yeah, dude, that was crazy. Just I watched the last day of it. I watched on NBC. I was watching some of it on NBC because it was just on my TV. I went to the regular antenna on my TV, watched it. They were covering it, and they had like the audio of what was going on, like it was supposed to be like underneath them talking, but it was so loud. Like they were trying to talk and do conferences on the side with all that noise going on. It was really hard to watch and listen to, but when it got to like, Trump's speech and everything, it was just that. It was none of that banter of them trying to spin whatever narrative they could. They're saying that like, Melania, or is it Melania? Trump was heavy absence of her presence the whole time. Like, okay, whatever. Like trying to spin the narrative, right? Well, it was just reaching. It was just funny. But anyways, that was weird. The Hulk Hogan thing was weird. I watched that. Kid Rock's performance was horrendous. Oh man, it was so annoying. And he was just he did a rap to the beat of Sad But True by Metallica. It was that guitar riff and the beat, and it was like the same thing as every other Kid Rock song. Basically, he just ripped off Metallica and everyone else. And he rapped about, threw that line in there, fight, fight, like Trump was saying when he got shot. I don't know how that looks, saying that. It's just nutty, man. Everything that's happening is just so crazy, and it's just happening at such a rapid pace, dude. It's concerning. The first thing I think of, excuse me, my sinuses are acting up. They acting a fool. First thing I think of right off the bat is the rapture. Being raised in church and everything, and end times and political turmoil and just nonsense and just crazy things happening, and that's what we're seeing. It's all unfolding, and I hate to sound like a doomsayer, but it seems like it's all coming to a head, right? I mean, so I've been doing, like I said, lots happening. It's another week went by. I'm very late on reporting on this, but this just in, a week later, a little over a week later, after the assassination attempt of former President Trump, soon to be President Trump again. And I just want to say one thing about that whole the convention. His speech was the longest speech ever in history, acceptance speech, because it was a Trump rally. He was basically, that whole thing was a Trump rally, and he was speaking, and that's what he did at those rallies. He would talk for hours. So that's what he did, and it was long. But anyways, this just in, and I have one more comment to say about all this. Hope I can remember. This just in, President Biden drops out of the 2024 race. That is what? Like, what is going on, dude? This is insane. Like, we are like, what? Dude. I am blown away right now. I am blown away. I can't believe this. Like, I cannot believe this. Like, I already was like saying, like, okay, now Trump's got the Democrats' sympathy. I have friends that are heavy Democrats that are saying they're gonna vote Republican this year just because they couldn't see another 4 years of this guy, of Biden. Which I found to be pretty insane. But it happens. I've voted Democrat. There's a lot of swing voters out there, man, especially my age demographic. And Trump has already commented on that and says, towards Biden's withdrawal, crooked Joe Biden was not fit to run. I think that's funny that he said his name, because at his acceptance speech, he said, I'm never going to say his name again. Just once. I thought that was weird. I watched that whole thing. It was 2 hours long. He was like, I'm only going to say his name once. And to me, that was like, what are you trying to blame him for what happened? Like, I don't know. People were saying there was quotes of Biden say, we're going to put, dude, man, the more this just happened. So it's like all so heavy on me. That's what kind of made me do this right now. Like, dude, did he drop out because he didn't want charges on this? Like, the more I think about it, dude, like, what's going on, dude? It's crazy. Oh, man. I wanted to have more videos for you guys, but YouTube thing's not working. Let's see. Here's actually another video I forgot about of Trump arriving at the hospital that was nearby.
Currently at the hospital with Karen. President Trump was just shot supposedly in the head, and they just rushed him here.
So they all think he's like dead. Like, they're expecting to see him out on a zipped up in a stretcher. Says exclusive, an ER patient's husband captures the moment an injured Trump arrives at the Pennsylvania hospital after surviving an assassination attempt. And there's this girl that's still fiddling with her holster.
Oh yeah, we're
Look at
front
this.
row, and my friend saw blood coming out of his head.
This female officer, she still can't find her holster. That's great.
There he is. There he is. There he is. He's walking. He's walking.
Okay, I gotta stop it right there. All joking aside, horrible situation. But this, when I saw this, and this isn't even that funny, this guy in the wheelchair, I only noticed this because someone in the comments brought it up. This guy in the wheelchair in the background here. Oh, Jesus.
There he is. There he is.
He stands up right there. Ah, I missed it. He stands up right here. You see it for a split second.
He's walking.
He's walking. Someone was like, "Oh, they must be talking about that guy. He's walking. He's walking."
He is walking on his own.
Anyways, all joking aside, and lots of jokes that came out. I couldn't believe how fast they were coming out. That's just the world we live in. Right away, people are posting horrible memes. Horrible. And I have I don't want to say a lot of friends, but I have a lot of people that I follow for whatever reason that were posting crazy stuff. Like, they wish it would have been him. They're glad the other person that got killed died. Like, come on, dude. So there's two things I want to say. Going back to his speech. When he did that thing with the firefighter and he kissed his helmet, when I saw that, man, like, what was that? And maybe I don't know enough about this. I commented on this on Facebook on someone's post. So they were like posting, he was kissing the helmet and it was all like dramatic looking. I'm like, and I was like, I couldn't help myself. I wasn't angry. I was just like, I have so many questions here. Like, okay, I know they had a misspelling on the jacket. That was because of he has a weird last name. I forget the guy's name. Sorry. The gentleman that died shielding his family and got killed. I've known of people. I did security for years and years and years at the airport. There's a guy. I won't say his name, but his last name was Hispanic, and it had a weird spelling or different spelling than you would think. And all his uniforms were spelled wrong. So it happens. So I guess that jacket was misspelled from the not police, but fire department that he worked for. So so that happens, you know. So that was weird though. And then the kissing of the helmet, I thought he was gonna walk over and salute it. Firefighters aren't even considered, not even pre-military. Like, even police, you can salute police. They're considered pre or whatever military outfit. So you fallen police officer, you see all of them in uniform with the hat on and the gloves, and you do that. It's considered military in a way. Firefighters, no. So I thought he would salute it, or he was just gonna like point to it. He went over and kissed it. I was like almost like creeped out by that, dude. Because like anytime you kiss, like, especially like, okay, maybe people in other countries listening to this, well, kissing is like a welcoming gesture. Like, men in other countries kiss each other, they greet each other on the cheek. It's weird. Or on the lips. It's weird. In America, it's weird. All right, it's weird. Like, two straight men doing that is weird. If you're two gay dudes, maybe that's okay. But that's not how we do it here. And to me, anytime you're like kissing, it's like sensual or sexual, and it's weird. I just found that bizarre, and that's all I commented on that post. And that person blocked me. I just thought it was a little weird, and they were upset by that. But whatever. Hey, that's my opinion on it. It was weird. It was weird. It was weird. A weird thing to do. He should have just pointed at it. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know enough about this. Did that guy take Trump's bullet? If that's true, if that's what happened, if that bullet was meant for Trump and hit that guy, then that explains why I felt so sick by that. Like, oh, it's almost like, mwah, thank you for saving my life. I don't know. I have so many mixed feelings about it. And it's like, the guy was a good man. He was a family man. Trump is not a good man. He's not. People have his sympathy now. Maybe he had a change of heart. I'm sure. Surviving death, beating death that closely. I hope he did. I hope he had some type of redemption. Something. He did give God credit twice. It's just, dude. It just. And then he brought up like the election being rigged. And of course, like, he had us good in the first half, talking about what happened. Surviving that. Okay, that's great. And I wish I had footage of this. They must have been like really trolling the there are, dude, I gotta say, there are some people that literally worship Donald Trump. Like, they had NBC. I like watching news sources that are not like if I watched this on a Fox 8, it would have not shown this. They were really showing all the Trumpism that was going on. They showed, like, you know, of course, the ear patches everyone had because of his ear. And then they showed people just tears streaming down their face when he's talking about almost dying. It just seems so pandering, man. It just seems so phony. Like, did this actually happen? Everyone's like, I feel like I'm living in a fever dream. But the funniest part was when he said, I accept my nomination of presidency for the Republican Party. And they zoomed in on this guy. He had to have been like 70 years old, maybe about late 60s. And he was like, tears streaming down his face. Oh my God, it was the fun. I need to find footage and post it on here because it was so funny. Oh my God, I was dying. I wish I would have went back. I don't know if you can. I don't think you can. This was on my antenna, the live TV. So no, absolutely not. I don't think. Yeah, that was so funny. Oh man, like I was just like crying his eyes out. It was so funny. Pretty hilarious. Anyways, you know, I watched that. It was a very long speech. I started falling asleep near the end of it because I had to go to bed. It went till midnight. I had to get up. I had work the next day. So it's a nutty, dude. Everyone's losing their minds. What's going on? All the world is mad. There we go. Dryer's done. Pizza's ready. Everyone's all the world is mad. I keep thinking of that Thrice song. All the world is mad. Because it's just, and now this thing with Biden dropping out, like, wow. Like, it's almost like, and I've been thinking about this all day since I saw this. Do you think, and I remember 4 years ago when everything was done and Joe Biden was elected president, whatever, and they were like, they said something really weird. They're like, we promise or we swear to never see a horrible election like this again. And everyone was like, yeah. Like, dude, you guys did it. You guys did it by all the slander and all the crap that went on. It's crazy, dude. So maybe this is a way of them getting, they already got a lot of Democratic sympathy for Trump. Maybe this is a way for them, because the whole thing it's all just one big system, man. This Democrats, Republicans, all independents, it's all the same. Actually, do we have an independent person nominee? Maybe that person should run. I'll vote for whoever that is. It's just crazy, dude. Who's it gonna be? Like, who is it gonna be? Is it going to be Kamala? Is it going to be... What if it's Michelle Obama? Ooh. She might take it. If Michelle Obama comes in, that could get real ugly. Oh, if they debated, her and Trump debate, that would be nasty, dude. That would be nasty. Oh, he would probably say something he didn't mean to say. He would probably call her a man. Probably do something. I can see it now, dude. And you know what I was also thinking? This is one big distraction from something. Remember when Joe Biden was addressing, if anyone saw this, I've been obsessing over this. I know some people have just been trying to stay away from it, but he said something like, when he was like, oh yeah, I talked to Trump. to see if he was all right, and it was a very short conversation on the phone, and he's like, God bless everyone, and God bless our troops. I thought that was weird. Is America already at war? We just don't even know it. I mean, we kind of are already, but I think this is one big distraction. And I think what it is, instead of dividing Americans, Biden drops out. They get someone, I don't know, maybe Kamala. Maybe she tries to run for president. I don't think she would get it. She's not likable enough. They get someone, and Trump gets it. And I think Trump will be good if we go to war. I think he would know what to do. He already promises that he would end the war. I don't know how, but he says he would. I know he promises the world. And I know that Putin has already came out and said that he would accept whatever deal Trump drew up. He would to end the war in Ukraine, which is insane. So he must have so much respect for Trump for some reason. What's he got on Trump? I mean, what's Trump got on Putin? He's got something. He's got him in the palm of his hand for some reason. And I think maybe in the face of war, like I said when I had my friend Chris on here, when it comes to war, we need Trump. I need my inhaler is what I need. Oh my God. So I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to get him in smoothly. No fights. No freaking. We had a whole pandemic of things being destroyed, cities. Maybe this is a way for them to just ease a new president in. They've already the Republicans have already went back on how harsh they were going to be towards abortion. They're already saying they're just going to make it state regulated and try to stay out of it federally. They're really trying to appease everybody, the Republican Party. They even, during that convention, had a lady go up there and pray in her whatever native religion and to whatever goddess or whatever. I thought that was bizarre. The whole thing, to really sound like a conspiracy theorist, that whole thing, if you really look at it, is like a ritual. The whole thing is we try to make it look like, oh, they're just hanging out. Like, dude, this was 12 hours long, all day, of people speaking, coverage all day. It's like when you go to church. I kept thinking of church. You go to these conferences and stuff, and it's all day long, people speaking. But at least there, it's like a good message and a positive message. This is all, we can't take Joe Biden anymore. Just lunacy. One of my friends was there covering it. I don't know if he works for some internet, whatever, news, whatever, but he was reporting on it. He was there doing coverage. I know he's a Democrat, but he was there. He was very neutral with everything, posting, stories of, there's a woman there who lost a child and she blamed the Biden administration for letting the border bring whatever in, fentanyl and stuff. If they're just going to kind of give it to Trump, then we'll see. But until this, dude, even this morning, before I knew this news, I was thinking about, this is all I've been thinking about. And just this morning, I'm driving to church and I'm like, Trump, I think he might lose. I was thinking that. I was thinking of Hillary Clinton versus Trump, and she had that huge convention, and all those balloons fell, and President Clinton's there. Oh, and she goes, whoa! Remember that face she made? Wow! Yeah. Acting so surprised. And I thought for sure she was going to get it. Hillary's going to win. She's going to be the first female president of the United States. And then Trump wins. in 2016. I'm like, what in the world? How did that happen? Crazy, right? Crazy. And I think that's what I was thinking this morning was, what if all this hype, Donald Trump, sympathy from getting shot at, loses? Like, we all think he's a shoo-in. He's good to go. He's gonna win. What if he loses? You know? Not anymore. Now I'm like, dude, in the same day, I got a different thought. He's going to win. Man. It's wild, man. Wild times we're living in. But we saw, Biden's decline, calling his vice president Trump. I mean, he's like, my vice president Trump. I think what it is, he's been, you see these videos of him like a weekend at Bernie's, basically. They've been giving him drugs. They've been giving him stuff to stay awake. They've been giving him things steroids that his body cannot take anymore. And to do 4 more years of that, of abuse to your body like that, he can't do that. It's senior abuse. He's a senior. He's been a senior citizen. They both are. Can we just get 2 people that aren't senior citizens? Okay, please. Or they could be, but just not. No one over 70. How's that sound? No one over 70. It's crazy. Let me get off that, because I can just go on and on and on. That, even though that was the sole purpose of me popping on here, let me get into something else. I went to a concert a few weeks ago. I didn't even share this on Instagram or anything, but I went to this concert. It was amazing. It was the 20-year anniversary of the Silence in Black and White, Hawthorne Heights, their first album, I think. I heard about it. My friend Laura told me about it, and she's like, yeah, Amberlin's going to be there. So it was a band called This Wild Life. Never heard them before. They were good. Second band was Armor for Sleep, which I loved them all through high school. To this day, I listen to them. They're great. Never saw them live. Got to see them. It was, who else? Amberlin with their new vocalist, who's pretty good. Former singer of Memphis Mayfire. His name's I can't remember. Is it Scotty or something? I'm probably way off. And who else played? A band called I See Stars. They were cool. Never heard of them. They were actually the best sounding band. They sounded great. Emery, seen them a billion times. That was fun. They kind of opened the show. They were like the first heavy band. People were just kind of like it was during the day. They had to do this during the day because it was like so many bands playing. Everyone did like a half-hour set. And it was at a place in a pavilion in Cleveland, which I've never been to, in a weird park in Cleveland Heights. And the whole joke all night was like, yeah, Cleveland Heights, whatever that is. Like, what is this? Well, Hawthorne Heights. It's basically a suburb. That's what that is. I thought that was funny that they didn't put that together. They're playing with Hawthorne Heights, whatever. Who else? And Hawthorne Heights. I think that was it. I think. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me play some videos. Your boy took a lot of videos. It was like $70. It was this amphitheater. There was hardly anyone there. It was a Sunday night. I went because I was pissed off that I missed that show that I told you guys about. The Emery and the Almost show that I paid to go to. Freaking idiot. So I forced listen, maybe I'm just getting old. I think I'm just getting old, dude. I'm almost 38 years old. I will be 38 by the time I post this. Okay. Just going and doing anything. I have like no motivation anymore. If it's not a show that I got to do, I think it's because I'm so busy. I don't want to do anything. I just want to spend time at home or do this, whatever, you know? So like for every fiber of my being did not want to go to that show, but I forced myself to go. It was cool. I liked it. I was just glad I had a seat. I know I am a boomer. So here's this. I want to say Emery. So good. They're so old. Their drummer is so good. I hated how he changed that drum fill at the end there. And then, you know, I had another video, Emery. They're great. It says Emery Masters of Rock. Anyways, I was recording like everything. And here's Amberlin with their new singer. I thought they were pretty good. All right. And here's this was weird. Oh no, this is the wrong one. I gotta go back to the Amberlin thing. I forgot to put these together. Yeah, now that I think about it, this guy sucked. Compared to their normal singer, Steven, this guy, nah. And they have this giant riser for him because he's super short. Yeah, they were great. Here's this. Hawthorne Heights.
Welcome to the silence in black and white.
She throws the flowers out. Yeah, that was weird. Whatever. I get it. It's their album, whatever. And here's a little bit of them. They sucked. I feel like I've played too much of them on here recently. That was a fun show. Yeah, that was cool. They had their original drummer there. I guess the drummer from drummer from Emery was filling in for them most of that tour, and their original drummer was there for that show. So that was cool. He sucks too. He plays very plain. Like all the parts are so boring. I don't know. It's it's old emo, man. I mean, what do you expect? That was a fun show. I'm glad I went. That was like that. What's that called? The When We Were Young festival. All those bands, you know, that's a ton of money going out of town. I'm so glad that was like right here. Didn't have to go anywhere far. You know, that was an elder millennial dream right there. all day. Having a seat, had a whole row to myself. There was hardly anyone there. Kind of was depressing. Like, where's everyone at, man? Reminded me of like Warped Tour. Like, how did I used to go to Warped Tour all day long, sweating, no food? You get like a personal pan pizza that was $5. And you're like, $5? Good Lord, that's a lot of money. Like, dude, it was a lot of money back then. That was like, dude, early 2000s. $5 went a long way back then. $5? Phew. And it was funny because like music, like you bought a CD at Walmart, it was always like $9.99. That was a lot of money, dude. Like, dude. Yeah, man, I wanted to kind of get off of that a little bit because, listen, people are going crazy right now. Like, so I'm in a group chat with my work. It's Sunday, and they're messaging about it. I'm like, dude, with work? You're talking about the presidency? Like, dude, this is not the place. This is not the place for it. Like, I made a comment in that, and I take it back. I wish I could, but it was a text message. I just said, what does this have to do with my job? Or what does this have to do with our job? That was it. Don't talk about the presidency. What is this? If you're going to do that, start a separate group, not to that didn't sound good. You know what I mean? Make your own group. Don't, that sounds bad, dude. Oh, God. I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying, do something. If you're gonna talk politics, keep it off the workplace. Anything, group chat, anything, emails, definitely all of it. Don't even talk about it. They told us when we got hired, don't talk about politics. Don't. So why are you doing it in the group chat? Come on, dude. Anyways, that's pretty much all my content. I had more, but whatever. I wanted to share this because, you know, life can be tough dealing with people, coworkers, whatever. I saw this. It's a boiling pot of water, and it says, you cannot see your reflection in boiling water. Similarly, you cannot see the truth in a state of anger. When the water calms, clarity comes. And I was like, that's pretty profound. I mean, it makes sense when you're flipping out about something. It's best to stay calm. Because when you're flipping out, you can't see anything. You're just destroying whoever in your head or whatever the situation is. It doesn't. You can't think clear like that. And I thought that was so true. A couple episodes ago, my friend Michael Butler was on here, like talking about politics a little bit, very little. Talked about it a lot on here. Couldn't help it. It's all that's in the media. You can't go on social media without seeing it. Yeah, this was just a little quick one, man. I had to hop on here, man. I had to get it out. All these thoughts. Like, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? We'll see. We shall see. It's just unreal, you know? It's just like, and here I thought like, oh man, the Democratic Party is going to have something up their sleeve. Here's the first part of it. Biden drops out. What's the next part? What's coming? We'll find out. By the time I post this, something will happen and I'll have to do another one of these. So I might post this, like I said, soon. I better, because soon this will be irrelevant. So, Lord have mercy on us all. That's all I can say. So yeah, I guess that's about it for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and peace out of here. Still dealing with this cough. It's been kind of hard to talk. I keep having to pause and cough. It's been rough. I have to see a doctor. It might be my asthma. I don't know. I do have acute asthma. And it ain't that cute. So, all right. I'll talk to you guys later. See you.
Hey, thanks again for joining us on Your Drive Home podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the show. And also don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias. We will talk to you guys soon. Until then, drive safe.